Hi guys, and welcome to the Butchery video from Otago Polytechnic. We're going to learn how to butcher up a pig today. That's right, that's me, and we're going to chop it up into all of those cuts that we need to know. Okay guys, now it's time to take off the head. We cut straight through down until we hit the backbone. Because we can't cut through that with our little knife, we have to get out the big saw. Now we're cutting off the trotters. These are traditionally used in stocks and soups for their great flavour and high gelatin content. They can also be smoked. Once we've cut off the head, it's time to cut it in half. You need to be really careful when you do this. We used a bandsaw, but if you don't have one of those, you can use a hacksaw. Cut off the leg, we put 2 fingers forward of the H-bone. We slice through with the knife, and then we take out the saw and cut through the bone. Put your knife back in and cut through. Now we're going to take the belly from the loin. Make a cut just below the fillet, all the way through. When we get to the rib cage, what we're going to do is cut right down the middle. We used a bandsaw, but again you can use the trusty hacksaw just to cut through. Score it with your knife and cut it all the way through. Now remove the fillet from the chump end. Cut away any excess fat and work with the knife really close to the bone. It may take a little bit of time, but this is the best piece of meat on the whole carcass, so it's worth the effort. To remove the chump from the loin, put your knife through where the chump muscle meets the top part of the belly. Put your knife in and turn over the loin. Now you know where to cut. Make a cut with your little knife all the way through to the bone. Now it's time to get out the saw again. There we go. Now it's best to take off that bone and make a nice little mini roast. Again, keep the knife close to the bone at all times. Now we've got to take the spine and the ribs away from the loin. Once again, keep your knife really close to the bone. This might take some time. Look at that! Pretty easy, eh? Now we're going to take the ribs off the backbone. Using the big cleaver, we cut against the spine. These are really good when they're smoked on the barbecue. Now let's remove the eye of the loin. Cut away any excess fat near it. Slowly cut it away. As you work towards the top, you'll come across the Scotch fillet. Slowly cut it out, taking your time. And there it is, a premium piece of meat. Now remove the shoulder blade. Working with the knife, again close to the bone, slowly cut it out. This will take a bit of time, but it's well worth it. Once you've cut this bone out, you can roll the shoulder for a roast, or you can dice the meat for stewing or braising, or you can even turn it into premium sausages. Let's take the rib meat now off. This is attached to the back fat, which is also a premium piece. The back fat can be diced up and used in sausages. It's a hard type of fat, which means when it cooks, it doesn't render away and keeps the meat succulent and moist. Again, the rib meat can be used in sausages. The next thing to do is to remove the ribs from the belly. Again, keeping the knife close to the bone. Once these are removed, they can be trimmed up. Now let's bone out the lower shoulder. Again, this will take some time, but once we've boned it out, again, we can roll it for a roast, or dice it for braising or stewing, or again, make some of those wonderful sausages. The last thing to do is to remove the H-bone from the leg. This will make it easier to carve later on if you turn it into a ham or a roast. We've put it all back together, so let's have a look at the parts. These are the ribs. Here's the trotter and the lower shoulder that we boned out. Here's the top of the shoulder. That's the leg. Chump roast. Fillet. Belly. Rib meat. Eye of the loin. And Scotch fillet. So from half a pig, this is what you should get.